terrible thing. All these curses.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
They're going to do what?
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses would come upon us and overtake us if we did not hearken to the Lord. If we didn't keep his commandments, if we didn't do what he says, if we didn't keep his high holy days, if we didn't dress the way that he told us to, all these curses was going to come upon us. And what?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
And what?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Are we cursed in the city? Who gets shot down in the middle of the street? Who gets left in the middle of the street after being shot down for hours? Cursed in the city, right?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We cursed in the field? Who was picking cotton from sundown to sun up? Fingers all tore up. Had to have a certain quota, if not you was getting beat or hung. Us in the fields. Had to have so much tobacco. You had to have so much doggone cotton. You had to have everything, right? Otherwise, you getting beat down because we was cursed with this thing, right?
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Do we own anything? All these establishments up and down here, they say we equal. Why is it all run by the doggone white man and the Chinese man and the Ishmaelites then? The Arab dudes that don't even live here. They come over here and instantly, oh, boom, here's 30, 40, $50,000.
Right.
Here's 100,000. Go ahead, start you a business, put it in the hood, run these niggas into the ground.
That's right.
Is that not true?
That's what they say.
Is that not true? Because we're cursed, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28, give me 54. Bring out what you got, Up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43. Bring it out. Thy stranger, the stranger that is within thee.
The what?
The stranger that is within thee.
You know what that means? The people that are heathens. All these people, even though you don't physically know them, are your family.
That's
right? Everybody else is a stranger to you.
That's right.
You don't know them.
Enemies.
They don't know you.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee.
So what?
Shall get up above thee.
So, are the white man above you? Stranger. Chinese man above you? Japanese man? The African. Yeah, they do the same thing that the rest of these nations do.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Where's the equal? We're all equal. Where's the, oh, God loves everybody, right there? Where's that at? This is out the Bible. That the stranger's going to get above you, and that you are going to get very low below them.
Right. He shall lend to thee.
He shall what?
He shall lend to thee.
How many black folks, as a whole, own banks? I don't know, not one. Not a nail, nada.
No, that's because they sell out.
Right.
They sold out for the 14-karat gold.
They stole our gold. They came and literally went to Puerto Rico, and our children would be playing with gold and diamonds like it was toys. And then they stole it, and they called it what? Puerto Rico, which means rich port. So the Spaniards was like, yo, that's where we can get this from.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
We can't lend to them. If we need a loan, don't we have to go to them? We can't loan out to our own people. When we were segregated was the best thing for us. Now that we're integrated, it's the worst thing. When we were segregated, our dollar would circulate within our people at least 30 to 40 times. But now that we're integrated, what happens? We get less than 1% of our dollar to come back to our community.
Can I say something?
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
You shall what?
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Because we were supposed to be the head,
Right.
and they were supposed to be the tail.
Right.
But now, it's vice versa. Why? Because we didn't what? We didn't listen. We didn't keep the commandments of the Most High God or His statutes, which He commanded us this day. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was just, what do you think about charity?
About what? Charity?
Charity.
Oh.
Because I know it's a virtue. And the way I was taught, there was a principle behind it.
Okay.
So you bless your future.
Right. Well,
I mean, that's how I was taught.
charity is a good thing, but you have to know who you giving it to.
Right.
The Lord said, whenever you give, you got to give unto a godly man.
Right.
You can't just be, I mean, you know, how many people walk up and down the bridges right now?
Right.
And they sit there and they like, got the sign up. They look all toe up, or some of them will look better than you do. They have better outfits than you got on. You supposed to be giving to him? First off, he probably ain't even in your nation. Right? He probably a heathen. Right?
Okay,
Right? So,
I feel, yeah.
so the Lord said,
I got a question. So is that what they meant by like not catching your pearls amongst swine?
right, you ain't supposed to give the bread to the dogs.
Okay.
You give it to your people. You don't give the doggone bread to the dog, right? But the Canaanite lady got smart whenever Jesus told her that. She said, well, don't the dogs even eat the crumbs off the table? And he was like, you got good faith. All right, I'm gonna give you these crumbs, but then you got to get up out my face.
Okay.
Right, because that's how the Lord get down. He ain't no little childish punk.
No,
He ain't no
he's
sissy.
royalty.
Give me, come
On
on.
the throne.
I gotta go get my kids.
Here,
Thank you so
here,
much for the
here,
holiday.
princess. You got YouTube?
Yes.
Right down there, YouTube channel. Go ahead, click on it, and get further edified. There's many videos. If you got questions, there's plenty of doggone answers on there. And if you come back to us and you want to write questions on the back of here, then you can come on right back. Ask whatever questions you need. Write down your questions. Watch them videos. But you are a child of the Most High God. You're an Israelite. You're a princess, right? From the tribe of Judah, which Christ is also from that same tribe. All right, you got royal blood in you, so you got to start walking different from now on. All right, princess?
Thank you guys
All right.
so much.
Teach this to your children.
I will.
All right. Shalom.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. And above all things, give fervent charity.
What?
Give fervent charity among yourselves.
Among who?
Among yourselves.
I got to give the money to the dude on the bridge.
Among yourselves. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Right. The Lord said, give charity unto yourselves.
right.
And it'll cover the multitude of sins. Right?
Okay.
That's your answer right there. Out here, we got another one. We got another one.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 4. Give to the godly man.
To who?
Give to the godly man.
But the dude on the bridge looks so hungry.
Give to the godly man, and help not a sinner.
That's right. The Lord said, don't deal with the sinner.
I see that.
Give to the godly man and don't
Right.
help no sinner.
This is uplifting the kingdom.
Come on, but what's a sinner gonna do with it?
He gonna sin with
He gonna sin with it.
it. He gonna sin with
Right. He gonna keep sinning with it, and then the blood is on your hands.
it. Right.
That's
and
wicked on you.
I remember hearing about that.
Right.
Your hands have to be blood clean. They can't have no dead blood on you.
None of it. Nope. Can't
Thank
have.
you, sir.
Come
Thank
on.
you.
All praises to the Most High.
Thank
You got any other questions?
No, I gotta get my fringes. What I planned on doing is making my fringes.
Okay.
I was gonna make them. You said blue and
A
white.
ribbon of blue. We gotta have it. Give me numbers 1538. We'll bring it out the Bible because we don't like to say anything out of our own mouths. We
ain't allowed to.
Right, we got to do it out the Bible, precept upon precept.
Yes,
Go ahead,
sir.
Doc.
And this is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak to the world.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
For everybody.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Makes it plain that it's only for the children of Israel, right?
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments
We got to get fringes, right? In the borders of our garments, right?
throughout their generation.
I'm done with it already.
Throughout their generation.
It's only for the first 5 years.
Throughout their generation.
Meaning forever, right?
Past two
We're still
generations.
generating, aren't we? We
Yes.
still making children to this day, right? So we still generate. So we still supposed to have these fringes on. But the pastor tell you, nope, I'm putting on the suit like the white man. I'm walking down the street.
I'm gonna put fringes on my suit.
Come on. But I ain't wearing no doggone suit. You're gonna see me looking like no penguin out here.
And that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
What?
A ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And what?
And do them.
Right. So it's a remembrance. It's a reminder thing.
So, someone was saying they had to have blue in it.
Just a ribbon.
Just a ribbon.
The
Oh,
fringes
just a
can
ribbon.
be any color.
Okay.
Your fringes
word.
can be any
Word.
color, but the ribbon
I heard that
has
from
to be
you
blue.
about maybe a couple of months ago,
No.
but I got confused. I was like, wait a minute. I got
Just the
confused.
ribbon itself
The
is
ribbon.
blue.
Okay,
Right. Because that's a
okay.
royal color.
Right.
That's the Lord's color, right?
Okay.
Ribbon of blue, man.
Right.
But the fringes can be any color. You know what I mean? We get our fringes so that they match shoes and whatever. You know what I mean? Because you know Israel got style.
Yes,
we
we
gotta
do.
have style. We the salt of the earth, man. We just show everybody how it go down and what it do. That's all.
Right.
Right? We come out here to edify our people. Wake our children up. You know what I mean? The Lord said, go ahead. Wake up the children of Israel, man. You got to bring them back to the fold. Give me that Luke 14:23, Baba Michelle. Give me Luke 14:23. Because the Lord told us how to conduct ourselves, how to live, how to work, how to do what we're supposed to. Give me Isaiah 3:12. Because man will have you toe up. Will have you beat down. Will have you lost in the sauce.
Right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23.
Bring it up.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out unto the highways and hedges.
What the Lord say?
Go out unto the highways and hedges
Up in the cut.
and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
That's right. The Lord said go for us to come out here.
Right.
He didn't say go to no church building.
Uh-uh.
The Lord said come out here to the highways and the hedges,
That's
right?
right.
So he been saying that from the beginning though. Where did he get this church building thing from? Because the Lord don't change. Let me get Malachi 3:6. Because the Lord said that He's the same yesterday, today, and always, right?
He's the only one that didn't change.
He didn't change, right? So where did he get this building thing from? Where did he get that from?
I mean,
That's man-made.
but that's what Jesus did. He went
Out
he
to the
ain't do
highways and the hedges.
He cut on.
He was everywhere, outside, right?
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
No, I'm different tomorrow.
For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Right,
Not
right,
consumed.
right. We don't get consumed.
By lies. Right.
What the world tell you? Oh
Tell us all
well,
kinds of stuff. They're
because
telling me to leave a girl alone so they can mess with her.
right, they'll do that. Right, but look, the Lord changed not. Right?
Right.
He said, I change not, for I'm the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you children of Jacob are not consumed, because they tell you, oh, well, God done away with His people. The Lord just said, I change not.
Right.
My people are not consumed, right? But we listen to the world, and the world lie to you, right?
Right.
It change you, and it flip you upside down,
Turn you
right?
up-
And then you have
Screw you over.
Right.
Have you second guessing
right,
everything.
and then you have certain people that end up over top of you after a period of time
And
because
you'll
of
be like,
that,
why
right?
this happened?
So let's bring it out the Bible. What happens on this, and who starts to be over top of you?
And this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12.
Bring it out.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
What the Bible say?
As for my people,
Children are their oppressors.
The children oppress us. Do they not? They run up and down the streets, to and fro, doing what they want, telling their mama shut up.
Guns.
Right. Guns all in their waist, blunts in their mouth, pants sagging off their
Right.
behinds, walking around like they man, 12, 13, 14 years old, thinking that they somebody, right?
Right. Trying to make a name for themselves.
Trying to be seen a man, right? Go ahead.
And women rule over them.
And what?
And women rule over them.
Because that mean daddy ain't in the house no more, right? Let me get Deuteronomy 28:54 about Michelle.
Man, you just said the culture of the black man.
Here you go.
You just said that because
God.
I was raised by my mom, so my
God.
mom was the head when she
Right.
had her little man in the house.
Right.
When she wanted to be a woman.
Right.
She was over him.
Right. And you was just doing whatever, running rampant. You didn't respect her like you would have if daddy was in the house.
Right.
Right. And women rule over them. Go ahead.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
Right, because the women can only raise a man so far.
Yeah.
So when they lead us, they cause us to err.
That's right.
Right. Yes, it does.
Right?
Yes,
This is
it
what
does.
the Bible says about us being the culture of the black man, and the Hispanic man, and the Native and Seminole Indian.
Okay.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54.
Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
That's how we used to be. You know, oh brother, you good? You good? You need something? Oh man, if you need to come lay on the couch, let me know, man. If you need a job, I got you. Whatever I can do for you. We was
Right.
tender and delicate to
Right.
each other back in the day, right?
So that man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
His eyes shall be what?
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Ain't that how it is nowadays? I walk past you, I'll just look you up and down like, I ain't tender and delicate no more. You can't come lay on my couch. I ain't got time for you. What you got on it, homie? Right? That's how we look at each other now, right?
Right, yeah.
We look at each other all wicked, evil. Back in the day, you could have stepped on your brothers.
Like the white people.
Right.
I'm like, man, you don't take on that white man.
Don't take on that stuff, man. Look, back in the day, we could step on each other's shoes and be like, oh, my bad, brother. Oh, no, it's cool. You just wipe it off.
Not nigga want to shoot you.
Right. Because our eyes are evil towards our brother now.
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom.
And toward who?
And towards the wife of his bosom.
This is why the single families, right? Single parent household. Because now our eyes are evil towards our women. And vice versa. The women's eyes are evil toward the husband, right?
And towards the remnant of his children.
And toward what?
And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Which he shall leave. This is why the man ain't in the house.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, how to say, so, my mom only raised me to, she couldn't make.
She only raised you to a certain point.
Yeah, she, you know, because, I mean, I know if I had my brother, he's hardcore.
Right.
But he was my sister. He might be a little bit emotional towards
Right.
me. He won't be as hard if
Right.
he was my sister.
If he was a sister, right.
Right.
But it still would have been hard because the family's supposed to be father, mother, children, right?
Right.
There's supposed to be an order in these things, right?
Order.
Right. Let me get 1 Corinthians 11:3.
This is the This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the man's supposed to be the head of the woman, right? So Christ, and then the man, and then the woman, and then the child.
Right.
And the head of Christ is God.
Christ even has a head. So there's no way there's a Trinity. How can you have a head if you are God? Right, so he's a God, but he's not the most high God.
Right. He's
Right?
not the creator. He's
Right.
the son
Of the
he's
creator.
He's the
Right.
one that gave the die for us because we couldn't
Right.
keep the commandments. Right?
He died for us, and he came back to be the sacrificial lamb. That's why whenever they saw him, they was like, oh, look, the Lamb of the Lord.
Okay.
Because he came back to do away with that. Because all that animal sacrifice couldn't do away with all our sins. But Christ can because he's great, right? Right. That's the Son of God, right? So it goes God, Christ, man, woman, child. That's how it's supposed to go.
The order.
That's the order. But it's all out of whack now. It's so upside down and flippity floppity backwards here. It's terrible, Ak. It got us all fling flammed and flip flopped. Let me get Job 30 and 1, brother.
I got a
Michelle.
question before that.
Go ahead.
All right, now look. Since everything is out of whack, I mean, it's better that we be single and keep ourselves celibate.
Well, the Lord said that we're supposed to gather together.
I mean,
But only our people.
I'm talking about like man and woman.
No,
Man,
we're supposed to gather together.
Okay, because I'm just saying.
But
I'm
only
like,
with our people.
Okay.
Now, a man, there's nothing wrong with a man being with a woman at all. Because that just keeps bringing Israel over and over. You know what I mean? More and more Israelites. Right. And if we're being taught the right way and we walk the right way, wouldn't that be so much greater? And then you'd have mother, father families. You wouldn't just have single parents, right?
Well,
and then we could raise up our children the right way.
I'm sort of like looking at it like it's the end for me to be with.
Well,
I'm like 56, you know.
We're in the end times. Yeah, you see they're about to bring the purge straight to the world. Right, over in, what is it, Illinois? January 1st, you're allowed to kill a man, run him over, run from people after you killed him, arson, you're allowed to burn people up, you're allowed to threaten mugs, and they call this the Safety Act. That's what they calling it, brother.
It's called Satan revealing his face.
Job 31. This is the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in desertion.
Now that what?
But now they that are younger than I have me in desertion.
Right, because the children of the so-called white men that raped, robbed, and murdered our forefathers, Now they inherited the same thing. They inherited this country, and now they have us under them, right? They're younger than we are, right? Like you said, you're 56 years old, but you got the young white man's over you, right?
Yeah.
They're older.
With the brown shoes and the brown belt.
Right.
And the brown bag.
And he got the gun.
Whose father I would have disdained to have set with the dogs.
Right. I would have had his father's disdain, meaning he would have had no respect. So he would have had to sit with the dogs. We would have set the white man with the dogs back in the day. But now they over us, right?
I would have disdained to have set with the dogs over my flock.
Over my flock.
That's right. Right? Because the Lord said, look, we ain't equal, man. We separate, bruh. We different. But just like it said in Isaiah 3 and 12, the young ones oppress me. Like it said right here, man.
Right.
The young ones.
Then the women were oppressed.
And the women rule over them, and they cause them to error. Right. But the white man did that. In that Willie Lynch letter. He was like, look, if we can get the man up out the house, we can destroy them. We can put them down to nothingness.
Right.
Right? We can take them and bring them to wherever country we want to and whip their behinds.
I'm willing
They
to draw
forgot
my
about
sword.
something though.
I'll pull my sword.
What you got, King?
They forgot about man, woman, whoever. As long as you have God's light, that
As long as you do what?
That enlightenment is going to change things.
And what's the enlightenment of God?
Yeah, what's the enlightenment,
that
bro?
energy?
What's the
truth,
energy?
The truth.
What is it that we're supposed to do as his people?
Keep his
Follow his
commandment. I know
word.
that.
That's it.
That's what.
That's
follow
it.
his
That's that
command.
light. That's the light right there, brother.
Command.
Did you hear what your brother said?
What do you say?
He said the light is the commandments. Keep the
I said
commandments.
that. I
That's
said his
what.
word, yeah.
That's what the light is, right?
Yeah, but when I
You-
broke it down, I said his word.
Yeah, but it's not just a word, right?
To me,
'Cause-
it is.
well, it's not though, because there's actual physical things that we're supposed to do. It's also
As a king, as a man, you cannot say it is not,
why not?
because that's not humble. All you
So
can,
that's,
all you
that's
can
not
do-
humble. If
all-
I
all
if,
you can
so
do
if I correct my brother, that's not humble.
That's not correct. I just said you could not say it is not. I said it was.
Yeah,
You
but
said
that's
it
just
is not.
correcting you, letting you know that there's not everything's just a word, but it's also physical things that we have to do as well,
Everybody's
brother.
first time living life, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, who else was living?
No, it's not, brother.
Who else?
You've been here before.
We're not talking about something. I'm talking about something that's recollected, brother. This is everybody's first time living life here. So
We
when
don't
that- so when you say
remember.
that-
We don't remember that
so-
we've been
so-
here before.
So, in all actuality, then, like I said,
But
first
still,
time
in
life.
actuality,
So
we
if
still.
that's
I
the-
understand
so
what
if
you're
that's the
saying.
case-
I hear what you're saying.
If that's the case,
But
then
all right,
every man.
So are we supposed to keep? We
Every
supposed.
man.
So look, we established that we're supposed to keep the commandments, correct?
You're a fighter. You can't reach people like that, bro.
I just asked you a question. I can't ask my people questions. Because the last two people that was up here that was Israelites, and I asked them many questions, they answered questions.